A boot and shoe clicker is the person who cuts the uppers for boots or shoes from a skin of leather or piece of man-made material, usually from a bulk roll. This includes all components of the upper, including linings, facings, stiffeners, reinforcements for eyelets and zip protectors. The job was historically named prior to mechanization, due to the sound of the operator's hand knife blade rattling against the brass edge binding, including the joints in the binding, used to protect the board patterns which were overlaid onto the skin. In larger factories there would be many hand clickers in close proximity to one another, hence there would be many clicks per second, so the informal description became known as clicking by clickers. It is a skilled trade because it is the clicker's responsibility to maximize the number of uppers which can be cut from skins of leather, avoiding any thin and damaged areas, and incorporating the unseen lines of stretch and resistance which naturally occur in leather according to the style and construction of the particular shoe. Another major criterion is the need to color shade the respective parts of the shoe uppers which are cut as a matched pair, matching not only the color variations together but also considering the surface finish and grain texture. Placing sharpened edge steel patterns onto sheepskin, the hydraulic machine has a swiveling cutting head with two vertical handles, each having an embedded button for thumb operation, a safety device to prevent accidental actuation of the vertical cutting stroke. During the late 1960s, synthetic leathers called Pormerics were first introduced, and together with fabrics these also had lines of stretch and tension, being based on a traditional weave base having threads of warp and weft. Following the introduction of electrical/mechanist presses, the sounds changed entirely to a heavy thump and slash or crack, with the board pattern with hand knife being replaced by a knife similar to a pastry cutter, although the operator still needed to learn hand clicking as part of the training. Hand clicking skills are still needed in low-volume production of bespoke, handmade shoes or as sales samples for factory production, although these would not warrant the expense of brass binding used to protect the edges of the pattern from being pared away. A vintage wrap stick from 1940s used for sharpening a clicker's knife. To use a wrap stick, a right-handed operator would hold the wrap stick in left hand, resting the stick on the workbench for support, stroking the blade rapidly but gently back and forth on the abrasive surface, often to maintain a sharp edge whilst hand cutting, in a similar fashion to a butcher's knife and sharpening steel. The knife blade shown is a lighter medical item but approximates the shape of a clicker's knife blade, fitting into a comfortable wooden handle with screw-activated jaws. The main surface is emery cloth wrapped over the edge to form a round section where the curved blade can nestle and be sharpened. The top edge is sharper and square section with fine-grain aluminium oxide abrasive strip used for tip sharpening. On the reverse side is a heavy leather smooth strop, to address any metal burrs left by the abrasive process.